All right, Alec, how are you doing?
Well, I'm a bit bummed because they just announced that the G Kids announced that Neon Genesis Evangelion was going to be released on Blu-ray, and they did, and they came out with this big limited edition, and it sold out in like 2 hours.
Hmm. I know
It was
what you
they
mean.
they, they limited it to 5,000 copies, and I'm very angry because I had the original dub, which I like, so I'm pissed off. Other than that, I'm doing pretty well. How are you?
I know what you mean. Um, I'm great.
Yeah.
I've never been better.
Okay.
Um, there's a movie called Free Guy came out
There's
recently.
there's a
Uh,
movie starring Ryan Reynolds and the guy from Stranger Things, and
right,
also Taika Waititi is in this, which I did not know going into the movie.
love that character.
He's a great character. He's a dick, and it's great.
I hate it. I
Yeah.
hate that character.
Hmm.
How do you feel about Free Guy?
This movie was fun. It was a lot more like I guess I didn't really know what to expect going into it. Like, really, I knew it was just going to be like video game tropes, and Ryan Reynolds was like a character in an RPG that he was like an NPC or whatever, and like just interacting in the world. But I didn't really realize it would go in the directions that it did.
Hmm.
Um, I found it being surprisingly engaging. Very like strangely very like positive and sweet. Like it was a sweet movie, which I didn't really expect going into it. I thought it was just going to be ha ha he funny,
Hmm.
go laughing. But there's actually like a lot of heart in this movie, and I was really surprised by that. Overall, I was surprised at how much I enjoyed it. I think me and you talked at one point where we were thinking, well, I don't know, this might be the one dud we get go to this year, but I, the movie didn't do anything overly impressive. I don't think, but it's not a dud by any means. I really liked it. So
Yeah, it's not nearly as bad as I thought it would be. I thought this was gonna be rough. I was like, I'm not
yeah.
just the kind of humor they were presenting it with. I'm like, I don't know if I'll like that, and like it's gonna be overly gamery is what I thought.
Mm.
And they did do a lot of like they did have like gamer stereotypes in there, and did do like general gamer things, but I liked it more than I thought it would. I still not in love with it, but there is weirdly like shades of the Truman Show, like
Yeah, there's like the Truman Show. It's like the Truman Show meets Ready Player
Ready
One.
Player One. Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
other one.
yeah. That's like the heart of the story. The kind of like the good vibes and like good message, I guess overall. Like I was getting like, wow, this is actually like I'm like feeling things about these characters. This is weird. I just kind of expected to just go and be like entertained, but I was like, wow, this is pretty
And you
good.
know what? Like, his character struck me as immediately Guy. I was like,
Hmm.
this is Buddy the Elf. This is what this character is. Like
Yeah, a little bit.
the way
Yeah,
he
I,
reacts
I
to like
see that.
everything
Yeah.
in the world, where he's like, oh my god, and he even at one point said, "Is like, oh, is this the North Pole?" I'm like, wow, this is Buddy the Elf. Like,
He's Buddy the
and
Elf.
then his
It's just
buddy
not
who
Will
was named
Ferrell.
Buddy.
Yeah, his buddy was named Buddy. That was pretty.
What's going on
Buddy, and
here?
guy. Yeah,
And it was it got into like a whole love story thing.
yeah.
So
Again,
in that
didn't
way, it was
expect
like
that really.
in that way it was vaguely Ready Player One, except that was with
Yeah,
two players in the world in that one. But
yeah,
this one was he was an NPC.
yeah,
But it's interesting because it ended up being like not a love story between them, but it's like, oh, they wrote a love story in the code. The author of the code, and that he had that whole line before in the
yeah,
interview. He's like, I consider myself an author or whatever.
yeah.
It's just yours and
It was it
one's.
was it was hokey, but like honestly, I it depends. Sometimes they can go too far, but for me, if you just hit that sweet spot, I dig hokey.
You
I dig that kind of I
do a
dig
little
that kind
hokey
of stuff.
pokey and turn yourself around. Is that what it's all about?
Yeah, that's what it's all about right there. Yeah.
You know what I found really weird though is the fact that this woman
Mhm.
who they got their whole like coding stolen from this Taika Waititi character.
Right.
Uh, the woman who goes in there, and then she's like falling in love with this NPC, but she's saying like he looks handsome, but then half the time when they cut in, they have this nasty looking graphics. I'm like, what are you talking about?
No, I didn't think that the graphics looked very like early 2010. No, maybe not quite that bad. It wasn't quite that bad, but it was
character. And say, oh, you're so handsome. Like, ooh, I'm swooning over this freaking.
I mean, when he's acting, so okay, when he's acting really sweet or whatever, and then it's like his character model is kind of, I mean, his character model is Ryan Reynolds. It was like written with that in mind, so he looks like Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, but we see Ryan Reynolds, but then they cut away.
No,
and
they cut and they show a character model that's it's a little like jank on purpose because it's like that's the game world. Yeah. But like it looks like Ryan Reynolds. But still.
That's what they're seeing. Is they're seeing the jank.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
I'm not gonna fall in love with that.
Oh, he's kind of good looking. You know,
he does not look good.
I didn't think it was that bad. I can see it. I mean, if you saw like a lady character model, you'd be like, and she's acting like all kind of sweet and nice and everything. It's like, wow, your character model's kind of cute, you know? Because it's like it's more of a like, shoot, what's the word I'm looking for? It's avatar. Yes, but it's more like a association. It's like an association where it's like they're acting cute. Therefore, the character model is also attractive. It's that kind of association, the mentality. That's what I
would never call like
argued away.
Even if I thought it was a playable or a player controlled character, I would never call them like, wow, you look handsome. Like I've never thought that. Like an MMORPG.
Sure, you know, you'd be like, dang, dude, look at you, look at your armor, man, you're looking hot, looking hot, bro.
Like,
you know.
And then it's not even virtual reality, right? Like they make it seem almost like it's Ready Player One, but then you go back and they're just like on a headset.
Yeah.
So they're just playing like
they're playing like Fortnite / GTA, Fortnite GTA.
And then like the game. He's finding the kiss button. I'm like, what's going on here?
Yeah, there isn't one. And he was somehow able to do it.
He found it.
He found it. Yeah. Oh, he found it. See, that's what I mean. The writing of this was very fun.
My favorite part was after the kiss when she was like, "Someone's at the door," and he was like, "I'll say." I'm like, what does that mean?
Yeah. No, well, I mean, I like during that when it cut to like hard comedy cut to like her just in front of her computer screen being like,
yeah. But she was falling in love with this character though.
Yeah.
It's wild.
He's a sweetheart. He's nice.
I guess. And then when you boil it down to its core, it's really the guy, the Stranger Things guy.
The Stranger Things guy.
It's his
I don't remember the character's name, but yes.
Steve Harrington was.
We'll call him Steve. Yeah, let's just call him Steve.
So that was a whole interesting storyline, which is like hiding things in code kind of thing. But you could kind of tell that from the beginning that's like, oh, I had to base it on. He would be attracted to someone, and I based it on the person I was working with on the game with. So yeah. You could see that coming, but the ultimate resolution is interesting.
Yeah.
Also, they featured a cast of cameos from your favorite Twitch streamers.
Your favorite Twitch streamers and YouTubers. You got Pokimane, you got Jacksepticeye, you got Laser. What was his name?
I don't know.
There was a handful of them, and it was like, I was like, oh yeah, I think I recognize that person. I know Jacksepticeye, like, because who doesn't know him? Like, he's contagious. And Pokimane, obviously, even though I don't really care.
Yeah, I know
her content, but like, you know them because they're like kind of the big ones.
I just wanted to.
I guess it's actually probably more accurate that they're older. Like they go back a little further because like a lot of these more modern ones that are huge. Oh, Ninja was in it too.
Yeah, he was.
You have some more. Yeah, you have some more modern ones, and I was just like, I don't know, like.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it's weird. I've never really been a fan of cameos like that. Like, have you seen Wreck-It Ralph? Ralph Breaks the Internet. Did you
Yeah.
ever watch that?
Yeah,
They,
I really liked that movie quite a lot.
I hate that movie.
I
But
everyone see here's the thing, it was amazing because like I didn't hear anyone talk about it before I saw it. I went and saw it, and I really enjoyed it. And then ever since I saw it, I feel like I need to see it again or something because I feel like I either missed something or I got more out of it than other people did or something because everyone seems to hate that movie, and I'm just like I don't know. I thought it was cute,
they had
but
some obnoxious YouTube cameos in that.
we're there. I see. I don't remember that.
So
But I also
remember
came
that.
into the movie. I also came into that movie quite late, if memory serves. I came in maybe like 20 minutes late to that movie, so I might have
See,
missed
the
some
thing
of
with
those.
the cameos is like I feel like it's kind of patronizing. It's like, ooh, gamers, here we go. You got your streamers. That's all you need.
Gamers rise up.
But then they kept like it wasn't just the moment. They kept bringing them back. It was like the climax of the movie, and then they have Jacksepticeye coming in reacting to it. It's like, oh my god,
Yeah,
this is happening now. It's like, is Blue Shirt
it
Guy a
was
real person? Oh
it
my
was
god.
cute. It was cute. It worked. It worked with what was going on here. I feel like it seems a lot more. Based on what you're saying, it seems like it would be way more obnoxious. I don't remember it in Ralph Breaks the Internet, but it sounds like it would be way more obnoxious than that, and it probably was. I just don't remember it in that movie. But
I don't know. It felt very present in there. Like it was in the key moments of the story. You know, like the Switch streamers' reactions were popping in there.
yeah,
But
it was all right. Yeah,
but that's kind of like the whole thing in any movie where they have like the cut to like people watching stuff happening on the news, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it's like whoa, and people throwing stuff. Even in Elf, when everybody's cheering on.
Cheering Buddy on.
Yeah.
Everyone's
Stuff like
singing.
that.
Everyone's singing. Santa Claus is coming to town.
Yeah. I don't know. Sometimes it works for me. Sometimes it doesn't. But when it gets into the overly gamery things, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I felt like maybe there was too many of them. That was kind of the thing. We just because there would be like montages where there'd be like, oh, there's like 5 or 6 of them here, and it was just like, oh, okay.
And some of this stuff like that was going on in this MMO, I'm like, geez, people are just doing stuff all over the place. It's like I get you got your own missions going on, but it's just like chaos happening. Like, wow, what a world! What a world to be in.
Yeah, it looked kind of like a nightmare.
Yeah,
like it looked terrible. And I mean I mean to me that's kind of some of the comedy of that. It's kind of a slight poking fun and commentary at like what the sort of like I don't know. I thought there was some mild criticism of how mindless some games like that are, where they're just like here they are, they're really popular, and it's just like
Well, yeah,
okay.
they were definitely poking fun at it. How it's like the NPCs just in their world, this is just normal. It's like they're just doing all this stuff, and they're the heroes.
While everyone's killing each other and robbing banks, and I mean, I thought that the acting was fun overall. Other cameos besides YouTubers were fun with
Oh, like Good Morning America, is that what?
Yeah, no, I was more thinking of like Channing Tatum just showing up
Oh yeah,
in this movie, or like that was kind of fun and unexpected. Or Chris Evans.
kind of, but then that went into the whole gamery thing too. But
Chris Evans though, I did not expect. I didn't see that one coming.
straight up played the bum 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 bum.
Yeah, they had Star Wars and Mega Man. The Mega Buster shows up there, so those felt more appropriate, like cameos to, like, or like little references to, like video games, rather than just like, hey, this outside personality. It's like, nah, it's like, here we go. But it didn't feel overly like it wasn't a reference a second kind of movie. It was like, oh, here's the thing.
Yeah, but
that
whole like sequence was just referenced.
Well, the last sequence was very like these Hulk and he's got Captain America's shield and there's the lightsaber and portal gun.
That felt to me as like that's like nerd pandering. Is what that is. It's like, okay, you're nerds. You're watching this gamer movie. You're gonna like this. With Marvel, Star Wars. What more do you need?
Yeah,
Twitch streamers.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. So like to me, in a movie like this, you can be that skin deep. It's not trying to be anything else. it is being, remember this. It is kind of being that, but that's okay for a movie like this. Yeah, I guess I was being pandered to, and it's kind of stupid, but this whole movie was kind of stupid. It wasn't the most serious movie of all time, so like,
it was
I can take it in stride when it comes to something like this. It's not like because the movie had more to offer than just the references. That's where I take my criticism to, like, Rogue One, for example. It's like, hey, all these references, but it's like, oh, that's all the movie really has going for it. Arguably, that's what I would say. But just had a little bit more to say, more stuff to say. So
yeah, but I will say I did not like Taika Waititi's character. I didn't feel like it worked as a good character
because he was a little too cartoonishly. I mean, to me, the reason I enjoyed it was because I could tell he was having a lot of fun just being a dick.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of how it worked in the story, he was maybe too cartoonishly evil. It's like, I stole your code. Haha.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'm cool, weird hipster game designer man. And it was
it's like, oh, that's fine. There's nothing's going to happen because I have one of the creators working for me. So, like, he's just blatantly unconcerned about everything. And then he just treats his employees awfully. So
kind of like, it kind of sounds like a lot of modern game designers treating their staff like garbage. And
yeah,
isn't it great?
They went through some fun sequences. The whole bank robbery thing, this was very confusing to me. The fact that when they go in to rob the bank, the mission is there's no opposition. They go in and just rob a bank, and like the NPCs never fight back. So what kind of mission is this? You can just go in and rob a bank.
You're just supposed to go rob the. Well, the police show up afterwards.
Okay.
Because you see when Guy and Buddy are talking at one point, you see like the police chasing like people away after the robbery.
Mm-hmm.
So because like
be one guy and like the security guard doesn't even like engage at all.
Yeah, Buddy doesn't help at all. He just like drops on the ground, lets him go. It's like, oh,
it didn't seem like a fun mission. I guess the police, but it's interesting how it got into the whole AI thing. It's like not only with Guy did they create a like functioning AI, but apparently all the NPCs have some degree of that because the barista started learning how to make a cappuccino and whatnot. They talked about that. They'll learn a little bit. Remember when it was funny when Guy went to order like a cappuccino instead,
and then everyone was like,
freaking out.
The tank was
about
like,
to shoot him.
Yeah, the tank was like about to.
It, like, cop was like, you're about to get shot.
Like, it was a joke.
It's like very Truman Show-esque in a lot of ways, where he's like realizing that he's seeing things differently than everybody else, but everybody around him, except everybody around him, isn't in on the joke. So
right. I'm trying to remember what the soundtrack was like. I feel like it was fun. Well, like the fun of it came in like I guess I don't really remember it all that well, other than in the final sequence where they made reference to like Star Wars, obviously, and the Avengers theme and stuff. I feel like there was like a couple other moments where I was like, oh wow, that's kind of nice, but it was serviceable. Nothing overly stand out. Yeah, there was. The action sequences in this were a lot of fun. There was like when the lady, his name I don't remember, and Guy infiltrate the like secret cache or whatever, and so like they have to shoot, make a getaway on a bike. There's like that fun sequence where she's like shooting guys, like where the bike's spinning.
Also, I did have a lot of questions about like how some of this stuff would work in a game, like the fact that
I don't think you're supposed to think
backwards on the bike.
I don't know if you're necessarily supposed to think about it that hard.
I know.
Yeah, obviously there's like,
care.
Yeah, that's not really the point. There's probably some function on your keyboard where you're like, activate, jump.
There wasn't even a kiss button though.
Jump back. No, he unlocked a kiss button though because she kissed him back later. So.
Yeah. Overall, for me, it was fun.
Yeah.
But it just didn't do much for me. and some of the overly gamery things just don't work
You're
for
like,
me.
you're like, man, that's cringe, man. It's cringe, bro.
As a gamer myself,
As a gamer, I
as an
find that
esteemed
cringe.
gamer, because even Channing Tatum's character was the whole like gamer trope. The fact that it's the attractive guy, but then behind the screen is this nerdy guy living in his mom's basement.
He's like
about mom.
That actor is like a nerdy guy in like everything.
Yep.
He's been in so many things.
Eternal
Where he's that
Sunshine.
character.
He's like the same guy in the movie.
Wait, he's in that? Really?
Yeah.
How old is he? He's like eternally 23. That's what he looks like. He's probably like 45, but he looks like he's.
Yep. But like, yeah, that's.
Yeah, I mean, I liked like the thing I enjoyed about that was just like, oh, it's Channing Tatum. I haven't seen him in anything in a while. And then, but it was like, yeah, the actual joke behind the character was kind of like, oh, okay, but like the fact that it was just Channing Tatum. He's just there, you know.
And then, like the guy in his room is like, he's got like a Deadpool poster, a Rick and Morty poster.
Yeah, kind of everything that.
Yeah, there was an Avengers poster too.
Yeah, it's like everything you. Oh, that's like oof. And that's pretty cringe, man. You just have a Rick and Morty poster.
I mean, I like those things, but
me too. I like them very much, but no.
It's like these are your people. It's like I don't know who they're trying to insult there, but it sounds like their audience they're aiming for.
Yeah.
Yeah, but love at the end of the day, it's all about love.
Yeah.
All these movies at the end of the day, it's always
all of a sudden. Remember how I was just criticizing how movies don't have like love stories anymore? Well, every movie we've seen this summer has some love in it.
You know criticizing there wasn't enough sexual tension in movies.
No, I didn't say. No,
did.
I did not say sexual tension.
There's not enough.
Yeah, it was like there's not sexual tension in Disney movies. No, that's not.
You did
no.
That, yeah.
No, that's not what I said. You are misattributing a quote. You are.
I had to watch through it all again editing.
You put words into my mouth.
No. The words are there.
Sure. Well, sexual tension doesn't mean sex, you know.
It means they want sex.
Well, yeah, I mean, sure.
That's what the tension is.
But, yeah, you know, there's attraction there, you know. Yeah, anyway, yeah, every movie we've seen basically this year has that in it. So, you know what? It's been a summer of love. It's been great.
It's always love.
I mean, the Suicide Squad doesn't really have that in it.
Show me a movie that doesn't have love. Suicide Squad had sexual tension, though.
It did.
I mean, Margot Robbie.
Yeah.
But
just between her, just in general.
Margot Robbie oozes sexual tension.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's like so much. It always just boils down to love. That's what every movie's about. So did you like that? It was a love story written in zeros and ones by the coder author.
It was so unlike. I didn't necessarily expect it. Yeah, I liked it. It was fun. It was cute. It was, like I said, this was a cute movie. It was a sweet movie. Not what I was expecting going into it. But
it's for all us gamers out there. If we want to find true love, we can hide our love notes in code because that's the only way. That's the way we know how to speak.
That's not how it works, Steve. I don't remember that character's name. I don't remember the actor's name, but it's just Steve.
I don't remember either. I don't remember any of these characters' names. The only ones you remember are Guy and Buddy.
Because that's pretty easy to remember.
Guy and Buddy.
Blue shirt.
Blue shirt guy.
Blue shirt guy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe that's reflective of the movie. All right. What score would you give this movie out of 10?
I mean, I don't think I can justify giving it above like a 7.5.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed it quite a lot. I'd say this is on comparable levels of I was very entertained. Was it a good movie? I think it probably was. In opposition to Jungle Cruise, which again I'm not convinced that it was necessarily a good movie, but I had way too much fun. This I would probably say is probably a good movie, but it wasn't like it doesn't blow anything out of the water. It was fun, entertaining, mindless, enjoyable.
So are you giving it a 7.5?
Yeah.
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 I'll give it a 6.5.
Really fair.
I was thinking 7 going into it, but I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, you can be more critical. That's fine. Yeah, I was kind of floating like I don't know. That's just kind of how I'm feeling. So yeah, I'm fine with a Tarqaron score of 7. I feel like that's pretty. It's good. Good. It was entertaining. We both had a good time, I think.
Yeah, but I don't see myself watching it again.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
I would see it with my family. I feel like they would probably have fun. I mean, here's the thing. Ryan Reynolds is just very charming, just in general. Like what a fun actor he is. So
he's good. He's good with it. Oh yeah, and it was very Truman Show in the way that it starts or I guess it's like it's Truman Show, Groundhog Day-esque too. Where
a little Groundhog Day
every day on the repeats. Like, hi Goldie.
Yeah.
Looking in the fishbowl, doing the same old routine.
Yeah.
And then he starts breaking it a little bit more and more. All right, so that's it. What video would you recommend our viewers watch after this?
Go check out our Cursed Mountain review.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go check it out. It's video game content right there.
True. That's for the true gamers, bro.
That's for the true gamers. True gamers know Cursed Mountain.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So that's it. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to our podcast feed. Like the video. Leave a comment. Hit the notification bell. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram. And like us on Facebook. Tarqaron TWO. All right.